Everything I lacked is now an object of the past. This jack of all trades is now a king with an ace blackjack.
What's going on, everyone? This is CYMBA Does Music, and welcome back to CYMBA Does Gaming. I haven't recorded in a while, so I'm actually really excited for this. So to recap, just the last couple of games, we got a huge win over the Denver Cougars. In that game, O.J. Simpson himself almost had 400 rushing yards, and that was by choice. And then we had a 17-3 win over the San Francisco Sharks. I actually just started editing that, so I haven't seen a whole lot. I do remember, though, when we played them, I went more balanced just because I thought they were going to be a bit more of a challenge. Turns out they weren't. Speaking of challenges, we have our first huge game. Actually, no, this is more like our second big game of the year right now. But this is going to be like the big test for us. Because we had our division game with the Chicago Beasts earlier, right? And they were a tough team, and that was one of the strangest games I've ever been a part of. But now we have to play the Minneapolis Werewolves, and they're leading our division right now at 5-2. Wait, again, I haven't been here in a while. Okay, so we're actually at the top of the division right now, but the Werewolves are right behind us. And so they have a pretty tough team too. And it's at home, so that'll help a bit. And then after that, we got the Los Angeles Legends. Yikes. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time doing all this extra stuff in the beginning. Let's just get straight into the game. Hey guys, so this is actually me from the future. What you're hearing right now is me doing a voiceover because this is a really sad thing to say, but this recording and pretty much the recordings for the rest of the season had a lot of audio issues. And later in the game, I'll get into that. But we start off on offense in this game, and I wanted to go with something that could really put them on their heels. So we tried to go for the deep pass right away, and we end up running right into Randy White. And we take the big sack on first down, and now we had to figure out, well, how are we going to dig ourselves out of this hole? I thought I saw another opening here, so I tried to go for it. And unfortunately, right as the in-route came, the linebacker came and knocked it down. So now, early in the game, we're in a very deep hole. We're at a 3rd and 17, and we're just trying to figure out what to do here. Now, we had a one-on-one with Alvin Harper that I liked, but the problem is we were testing Night Train Lane, who's one of the best defensive backs in the game and in football history. Yeah, give up the interception. So things went really bad for us right away. Now it became a matter of how is our defense going to respond. You know, our defense has to at least help us out. And early, like right away, we get the knockdown. Tim Moody actually undercut the route beautifully and batted the ball down. I thought it was actually going to be caught just from the angle of what was happening when I was playing, but then look at the replay. Now here, they hit us with a really nice play on first down, and I liked it so much that I actually went into the instant replay to kind of scout it, see what the formation was, and see what the play itself actually was, because I liked it so much. So here you see me actually just with a kind of a bird's eye view looking at it. And listen, man, football is a copycat game. There's always some form of people copying, whether it's formations, plays, the way teams are built, something like that. Someone does really good with one thing, and then other people will eventually copy it, just like I did there. Now, while I was talking about that, we get two very fortunate drops that really should have at least been for a first down. So we get to a 3rd and 10. And as the play is developing, I'm using I'm working my users, trying to read routes and everything. And one thing that was kind of annoying about this game was with Roger Staubach. Right as I would leave the users, he would throw right back to the person I just left. And so he would make me look ridiculous. So we get back on first down, and we hit him with that rollout out of shotgun that I like a lot. And we try hitting him with Old Faithful, double weak stretch. We get a couple, and we're into a 3rd and 4, and we very luckily get the defensive lineman to jump off sides. So we get the free play, get a fresh set of downs without even really doing anything. And here I kind of figured we're getting way too cute with, trying to be, well, like I said, we're trying to be too cute and we really should just go and do what we do best, which is run the ball and let OJ Simpson completely cook and just beat that defense up right up the middle. We have the lineman for it, we have the running back for it. But then when we get into situations like this with play action, you get guys like Demetrius Doris who end up wide open. I was actually afraid he was going to drop this because Demetrius Doris has done that in the past. He has not been the most reliable. Hit him with a quick little pass on first down just to get ahead of the sticks. And we hit him with the screen pass here, and I thought OJ actually was going to make it into the end zone. But alas, he gets tackled down at the 1, sets us up 1st and goal. And, you know, speaking of getting cute, I wanted, you know, everyone's thinking OJ's going to get it, so we hit this little reverse to Pete Metzelar's. So now all of the Pete Metzelar's fantasy owners get a little boost because he just got a rushing touchdown. Now we're back on defense and really just trying to keep everything in front of us, not give up big plays, kind of like we did right there. So you can have a plan, but it's not always going to work, especially when you're going up against a really good team, like one of the best teams in your division. So on first down, someone ends up being wide open, and then my users were horrible with Charlie Waters, and we had the penalty, and it turned out to actually be holding on the offense. So we got, I ain't gonna lie, we got bailed out a little bit there. So we get the signal stealer on 1st and 20, and I stayed in the defense that we were in because I figured everything was gonna cover what we had. So we go for and I thought I was actually gonna get flagged for defensive pass interference, but it turned out to be another holding. So now, there, you even see my face right there. I was a little delayed to the reaction. I was probably checking the screen. I was surprised. So we get 1st and 30, and I was thinking to myself, if we can't get a stop here, if we give up a first down, I really should just quit. And here I thought we were actually going to give something up, and we almost did with the screen pass to Leroy Kelly to get to a 3rd and 3. I was definitely ashamed of myself there, but on 3rd down, we get the signal stealer again, comes in clutch. I stay in the defense because I like the coverages or the zones that we had, and we almost got an interception. So they punted to us, and we're back on offense. Let's see if we can get a score before the halftime. Unfortunately, on 1st down, the rush got in there, and I had no choice, actually, but to throw it away. And then we get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and we get into a 3rd and 13, and I pretty much figure here, I'll just let the clock kind of run out, not give them a chance. Figure might as well try a screen pass. You know, we got something out of it, but we didn't get the first down, so the Werewolves obviously called timeout, try to get the ball back to score before half, and there I got put in a really tough position because there was only one linebacker to cover it, and I had 2 people to cover at once. But it ended up not mattering. Is that even a word? Either way, it didn't matter because we get the sack with the Hail Mary to end the first half. So we're up 7-3, and here's a little look at the stats. Time of possession, kind of our main thing throughout the whole season, has been owning time of possession. Here's a quick word from our sponsors. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're at the new house right now, but that's not really important to what we're doing right now. Are you a caffeine addict just like myself? Are you someone who needs caffeine on a regular basis, but are you tired, literally, of all these big energy companies that just pack all of their energy drinks with sugar so that you crash hard and you get the jitters from it, and the only thing to calm all that is to drink another one? Do you need something that's a little longer lasting? Well, man, I got the product just for you. Guys, today's video is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an energy company that makes energy mixes specifically for gamers that are sugar-free, and all of their caffeine comes from natural vitamins and coffee fruit extract, so you avoid crash and you avoid jitters so that you can stay focused on whatever you're doing, whether you're at work, whether you're at the gym, whether you're gaming, whatever you're doing in your life. Dubby has got you covered. Now they have all these awesome energy mixes here. I got 5 different flavors right here. My 2 favorites, ironically, are the ones on the top. Peach and Peach and Dragonade. I promise y'all, Peach and Peach, it tastes just like peach rings. Remember that Remember that candy, the peach rings, except it's sugar-free. Dragonade is like one of the best strawberry lemonades I've ever had, with a little hint of dragon fruit with it. But they have these awesome flavors too, such as Calio Cream. It's like a mango, what is it listed as? Mango orange creamsicle. This is actually one of their new flavors that just came out. Galaxy Grenade. This is one of their more popular ones. Passion Joy Tea, if you want more of just a sweet tea type of flavor. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, he's talking about all these 5 flavors, but I clearly see 6 of them. And you're probably talking about this little guy right here. He's just a little guy. This is their Monkey Madness Hydration Booster, and this is great for all you sweats out there who play nothing but Fortnite or Warzone all day and don't get any sunlight. It's also really good for someone like me who's very active and takes hydration very seriously. If you guys use the link in the description, I highly recommend getting one of their starter kits just to try it out. You'll get one of these shaker bottles. I actually took the little shaker thing out so that it wouldn't rattle all around while I'm telling you guys about how awesome W is. They'll give you one of these bottles, and then they'll give you 2 singular packets of one of their flavors each, so that you can try out a couple different flavors. That's actually how I got Beach and Peach and Dragonade to begin with. So it's a great way to just try out something to see if you like it or not, and odds are you probably will, because these flavors are delicious and it does have a lot of long-lasting energy. Now, if you're also someone who not only likes product but likes to support a company by merch, I highly recommend checking out W's merch line, because they have a lot of t-shirts, flags, and hats, everything, especially for their new War on Big Energy line. If you want to join the W Army today, I highly recommend checking out their War on Big Energy line, because just like me, and probably you too, they're tired of all these big energy companies and they want to put an end to it. They want to have good, long, sustainable energy mixes become the norm, instead of those ones you get at gas stations a lot. Once again, use the link in the description and check out W today. Use promo code CDG10 at checkout to get 10% off of your order. Thank you once again to W for sponsoring the channel and sponsoring the video. And now, back to the video. So if you guys have been watching the Resident Evil 4 walkthrough, you would know that we've been rocking with W for a little bit. It's been awesome to have them as part of the team and to have them as a sponsor. And especially for moments like this, it really helps when you have the energy to stay focused and just get back to what you know. But unfortunately, we give up the touchdown to start the second half. So now we're in a dogfight, and Leroy Kelly gives up a huge, well, he gained a huge run. So now we have to respond. We start with the shovel pass, and that's always been a nice little crafty play to throw in to, well, either help get Len Dawson some passing yards or to catch the defense off guard. Sometimes it's both. And we hand off to OJ on first down. We don't do a whole lot of tosses, and quite frankly, I think we should have. I feel like we could have attacked the outside a lot more. I saw something I liked here, and what I liked was that corner route from Pete Metzelar's to get us into another first down. We try another stretch play. I can't remember if this was out of doubles or pair slot. I think it was out of doubles. And then second down. So as you guys can tell, what I'm trying to do is keep a very balanced approach to play calling and keep, you know, just keep the defense guessing. They get a very nice play on third down, and I ended up running just a quarterback sneak out of straight open. That works almost every single time to get the easy first down off of fourth down. And remember what I said earlier about Demetrius Doris? He ended up being pretty open on that play, and he still dropped it. So he is pretty unreliable, but that doesn't mean you stay away from him, because I went right to him on the next play. And here, I was trying to be an absolute mad lad and do a halfback pass on the goal line, but I did not like the way it lined up. So we just audible into something else. I always like these quick little out routes, especially right by the goal line. I throw it, and unfortunately, it goes right off of the hands. You even see my face there. I am disappointed. Go for a quick play action pass, and it gets knocked down. I couldn't even tell if defender got a hand on it or if Doris dropped it. The frame rate on this video was so bad, and looking back at it now, I can easily see why the frame rate was bad. All I'm gonna say is it's probably gonna be like this for the rest of the season, but starting next season with whatever team we make next, frame rate will be a lot better, resolution will be a whole lot better, and all these technical errors will be gone. Speaking of technical errors, what was wrong with the audio? Well, essentially, both of them were actually my fault. How one of them got there, I have no idea, but basically, I set the game audio for some reason with an audio offset of like 1500 milliseconds, so the game audio was way off of everything else, and it was also way too loud. At the time, I was recording a walkthrough, and I had the game audio up so you could hear like dialogue and stuff like that, and before I went into recording this episode, and quite frankly the rest of them, I didn't turn it back down, so you couldn't hear me talk, and the game audio was way out of sync with everything else, even the game itself, and there was no way I could actually fix that. So here we are, and here we are busting a huge run for us to go ahead under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Easily one of the most impressive runs I have ever had playing this game, and that was just a huge moment here. So much so that I let the replay, I can't think of words today. I let it keep going. OJ just kept the legs running. The blocks kept lining up. And now it's up to us to get a stop here. So we get the signal stealer on first down. Again, I like the defense that we had called, so I stayed in it. The only reason it didn't get stopped was because of bad execution. And then on second down, I have no idea how Roger Staubach got this ball into that area, but he did, and it sucked, and here we are still going. They hit the little dump off and get a quick first down, and they get out of bounds, but there's laundry on the field, another offensive holding. And so right now, I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is great. They're pushed back, they're going to pass even more, and then we jump offside, so they get a free play, and they convert it, because of course they do. Do another dump off to Leroy Kelly. Luckily, Brad Allen was right there for the play. Just trying to keep everything in front of us, but it's not working out. The Werewolves are marching down right now. They call timeout, 44 seconds left. Just trying to get a stop here, keep everything in front of us, but they just keep inching closer and closer. And if I remember correctly, I thought, oh, it was the touchdown. Yeah, so they get the touchdown there. What I was going to say was, I thought of sending some extra pressure with blitzes, but I don't think I had any in my audibles. So we thought, like, what's one play that we could always get a huge run off of and an easy score? Double weak stretch. So we tried it, didn't work out. Tried what we did in another game. I can't remember who it was against, but we faked the weak stretch and ran it to the other side, and we got a huge run off of that. I think I called timeout one more time just to see what I could get. And here I actually thought we were going to break something, but alas, we didn't. So we're going to overtime. Now, for those who don't know, this is with the old overtime rules where it is just sudden death. And luckily, we get the ball to start off. And my plan was to never let them touch the ball again, whether that meant we just run the clock out or if we get the score. But the biggest thing was I do not want their offense on the field. I want to really make them regret losing the coin toss. And so their defense is playing good, though. We get to a 3rd and 8, and we have to pass here. And luckily, we get Alvin Harper on a crossing route to keep the chains moving, keep the clock running. I know in overtime, the clock doesn't necessarily matter, but, the longer you can, theoretically, the longer you can keep the defense on the field, the more tired they get. With the screen pass I tried calling, we got them offsides, so I'm not even worried about getting sacked there. It's just another, it's a free play, so you might as well take it. That's why you take chances there. Just ask Aaron Rodgers. We get to a 3rd and 2 after that play action pass to Alvin Harper. And this is a play that we should get every time. OJ makes a big run here. The blocks line up, and we're getting closer and closer to field goal range. And as you can see, we're getting under 2 minutes in overtime. So now we have to start thinking a little bit more about the clock and making sure we can at least save ourselves some time to kick the last field goal, to kick the game winner. And so it's weird because we don't want to hurry up to the line, but we also don't want to take our time either. So, but on 3rd and 9, we make the big play. Oh, never mind. That's coming up. On 3rd and 9, we don't get the big play we were looking for. But I felt like being crazy. We go for 4th and 9, and they line up in the defense that I wanted. This is one of my favorite plays to run out of single back, especially with a big receiving tight end like Pete Metzelar's. I go for the shot, and we get it. We get right into field goal range, and I wish you guys could hear me right now in the original audio because I am just ecstatic. I am screaming. We go for the game-winning field goal. Trying to adjust for the wind and everything. Snap, spot, kick is up. Not even close. Not even close. I was so mad. So now, the biggest thing, luckily we get the signal stealer. The biggest thing is just don't give up a big play. We have to pretty much settle for a tie at this point. And we give up a big run right away. Surprisingly, the Werewolves do not call a timeout. They don't do anything. They let the clock run out, and we end in a tie. One of the most disappointing games I've ever had. So, yeah. In a game where we could have made a stake for our division, we don't. So, let's go back to the original recording. Well, that was disappointing. We had put so much, especially on all aspects of the ball. We had worked so hard. We got to a position where we could have won the game, and we missed the field goal. Oh, that's heartbreaking. So I actually just went and checked. Derek Brown, our kicker, has attempted 6 field goals so far in the season. He's only made 2. Oh, that's pathetic. I really got to work on my kicking. And like I said, the annoying thing is, in a previous game, I noticed in editing, I missed a kick badly because of wind, like 6 or 8 miles per hour to one side, and it really took it. I tried to adjust for that in this one, and it ended up being even worse. We missed the field goal, and we ended up getting a tie out of that. Does that affect the league standings at all? We're still atop of the division, but man, that was disappointing. But even before all that, even with the lower scores, that was a really fun game to play. I hope it was a fun game for you guys to watch, especially in the 4th. I had a lot of fun actually in that game with how much I had to focus and really put thought into play calling, both on offense and defense. The Werewolves really made us perform at our best level, and it sucks that we only came out with a tie in that. Next week, we have the Los Angeles Legends. This, I've said it a few times, but this is going to be the biggest test of our season. This is the best team in the league, and let's see how we can deal with them. If you guys are excited for next week and you want to see how we do against the Los Angeles Legends, the best team in the league, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications. And if you like the video, if you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like and comment your favorite moment. I say this at the end of every video. One thing I want to do with this series is have a very fan-oriented. So you guys decide who the next team we create will be. Once this season with the Milwaukee Badgers is done, we're on to another team. And the only way I know what team to create is by you guys. So comment down below what kind of team you want to see, any team with specific players that you guys want to see. Let me know in the comment section down below. And again, any bit of engagement helps. It takes just a few seconds to do, but it means a lot to me and it helps me out a ton. So if you guys can do that, it would be truly, truly appreciated. But until next time, you guys, I'm CYMBA Does Music, and I'll see you later.